Greetings, sacred wayshowers of the great shift. Happy full snow moon in Leo. Leo the lion, the heart of courage. The heart of the lion, the courage to rise up, the courage to wake up, and the courage to live fully from our heart center. We had another night and day of intense energy waves flowing into the field. Last night, after falling asleep after 1 in the morning, I was fully awakened a little after 4:30, and at checking the Schumann charts at 4:44 a.m., we had another massive white blast of 5D higher dimensional light that showed up on the Schumann resonance chart as a white blast of light. Many of us felt this as these waves are coming in fully now. We also had over 165 earthquakes M1.5 or greater in the last 24 hours. Many earthquakes in Puerto Rico again, all day today. 3.4, 3.0, another 3.0, a 3.7, 3773 have been coming through all day today again. The 1010 portal, heaven on earth energies. Then we had another 3.3. Two 3.3s right in a row in Puerto Rico, so that's the 33. We have the 33, the 3, 6, and the 9 energies coming through these portals, these gateways. That's the Atlantean energy manifesting through the grid, the ley lines around Puerto Rico. We also had Myanmar, a 4.6, Ecuador, sacred Ecuador, we had a 4.6, the 6446 mirror. Canada 4.1 and a 4.6 in south of Fiji Islands and a 6.2 in Papua New Guinea today. That was the largest of the day, 6.2. With these higher dimensional energies coming in now, this is accelerating the shift, the Great Awakening, which our first transmission today we speak about from Judith Kusel, the shift, the challenge to embrace higher soul mastery. A master does not fear life nor death, but stays focused on the path. When one is called, one does not need to understand. One just needs to follow that call and trust that the path will reveal itself as on faithfully walks it. We are entering an epoch, a totally new chapter of life on the planet, in super fast motion now. It will demand following the soul call and truly live one's highest soul calling and purpose in ever higher and more powerful ways. One cannot shrink away from this calling anymore. Before the soul is born, the soul will sit in council with its higher guides, its soul group, with the galactic masters, the 12 and 23 elders, who surround the throne of the divine and the divine itself, and work out a schedule, a master plan, and soul contract. The soul will review all its other lifetimes and existences, and then will choose whom he or she meets in this lifetime to fulfill the contract. He or she will choose their parents, their place and country of birth, as well as its siblings. It will choose the framework for its soul destiny to unfold, and ask those souls who need to be part of the soul journey on earth to meet them along the way. Often these are souls with whom one has negative karma to clear, or who need to work with one, or whom one truly loves and would like to walk in partnership within some form or another while on earth. So many souls forget this when on the planet. I find this when I get feedback on my soul readings where I give the soul name and the purpose of incarnating. I have always known this at the very deep level, but never lived this. At this time, know that your higher soul self will prompt you to remember. It will pull you into the orbit of those souls whom you agreed to meet and work with at this time. It will bring a deep remembrance as something within you starts triggering, and as you start waking up to the greater divine master plan, as planet Earth is rapidly ascending higher into the 5D and needs to accelerate back into the 7D, the original state she was born into. As planet Earth is revving up and as she is accelerating, and as her vibrational frequency rises, we need to raise our own as well. Otherwise, we will fall off the bus, for our physical forms just will not be able to hold form anymore. When the Earth was formed, certain energy fields and energetic sun disks, crystal pyramids and crystal pyramid grids, and crystalline energy grids were created into Mother Earth. The immensely powerful spiraling energy, which works in tandem with the sun disks, are now starting to reactivate, and some already have been activated. And this is causing an immense raising in the frequency bands, spinning the 3D out and bringing in the 5th dimensional frequencies. More than this, the ancient sites are reawakening. The pyramids are now activating again, and we will go through immense and intense earth changes, which will way upstage the last immense flood remembered by all peoples on the planet who survived. When I was in Greece and Egypt reactivating the ancient sites and energy fields and pyramids, I often had to do this during maddening crowds of tourists. It always amused me that they walked mindlessly past the most powerful centers and did not see for seeing. When you truly wish to hide something, put it right in front of people's noses and they will not see for seeing. There are many dimensional states existing simultaneously. If you walk soullessly through life, blinded by the opium of the masses, you cannot see for seeing. The 3D humanity seek evidence in what we can have proof in, feel and touch. The 5D humanity uses heart, soul, mind, and their energy centers and are having mastered themselves to a much higher degree. They walk mindfully and soulfully and have a wide open heart. The ancients lived in much higher dimensional states, and thus they stored records and energies in totally different ways. They knew they had mastered much higher dimensional technology, and we are still lagging light years behind them. When we finally start to raise our own dimensional frequency bands to the 5th and 7th dimension, we will be able to reuse these ancient energy centers once more. But before we can truly do this, we need to step up in dimensional frequency bands. We cannot do that when we are still stuck in 3D programming, the 3D illusions, and the 3D mindlessness. We can only withstand the immense upgrades and shifts when we step into our hearts and not our minds. Our heart center is directly linked to the soul, and the soul tunes into the soul group and thus can travel and traverse the cosmos. It is not bound by physical form, it is universal. The ancient sites work with the heart center energy and not that of the mind. The mind can only stretch so far and not further. When the heart and mind are beautifully balanced and work in tandem, then one can reach the higher transcendental states, which are so necessary to access the higher soul self and the soul information. Most people cannot do this, for their mind will conjure up 1,000 reasons why this or that cannot be, while their heart knows. There is another factor through which that we have forgotten about, that is our own energy fields. We have in truth 12 bodies, and each body has its own energy field. The higher the frequency, the more the energy fields expand, and the greater and more powerful the field. Now this field has sensors, and it constantly is giving you feedback about the energies you are encountering, that of other people, places, the earth. When you are sensitive to energy and energy fields, like I am, you start learning to read the energies, and then you can start to read the whole like you would read a map. This gives you access to far more information via your heart center than you would ever have just via the mind and what it can access. Why? Because the heart center has a far greater energy field than the mind. More than this, the electromagnetic impulses of the heart link directly to that of Mother Earth. If we wish to truly traverse into the 5th and 7th dimensional state, we need to attain higher degrees of mastery. You cannot attain that in the milling crowds. You can only attain this state within yourself. Know thyself, know your true soul and connect with it and its infinite knowing. Your higher soul self will bring you back to the deepest truths, which you will recognize within yourself, not outside of yourself, inside. There will be a deep resonance. When one resonates at soul level with the divine within and divine without, then one can step into the higher dimensional state of true oneness. For one in truth is one with everything and everyone and everything is you. Yet you have the power to influence the whole energy field just through the frequency and vibration of your own soul. When we finally are so pure that our own ego totally can step out of the way and our higher soul self totally takes over, Only then can we step into mastery. We are not influenced by mass hysteria nor mass opinion. We do not need the outside to run our lives. We run our own life, and we stand in the fullness of our own light and not in the shadows of others. We walk that path alone if need be, yet in truth we are the whole. A master does not fear life nor death, but stays focused on the path. The challenge now is to master life in much higher degrees through the power of the soul connected to the infinite core of all being. Our true soul self knows this, for the soul is not bound by physicality. It is part of a much greater infinite whole, and thus can span dimensions and has access to all creation. There lie our highest lessons in mastery for the new golden age. I have spoken. Judith Cusel from judithcusel.com, and from Elizabeth Peru. Breaking cosmic message. Dear cosmic community, for the past 24 hours, something special has been occurring. Under this feminine energy full moon, Earth's resonant heartbeat, the Schumann resonance, has been consistently high. We're experiencing a global group shift in consciousness. Get set for insights to flood in. We cycle up and move ahead as a group in 2020, not as individuals anymore, particularly when there are cosmic upgrades taking place. These group ascension shifts show us that we are creating in unity and oneness. And do you remember me mentioning back in January that the star Betelgeuse could go supernova? Scientists now say that it's at the dimmest it's been in 25 years, and on February 21st, its minimum brightness is expected. If it doesn't bounce back after this, it could go, and that will be the brightest light we've ever seen in our skies. Happy full moon, beloved light beings. We're about to reach a peaking energy point of February. As the moon becomes full, this cosmic event is particularly infused with divine, cosmic, feminine energy. It's easier under a full moon to let go, celebrate, and truly make the commitment to change. The cosmos helps you. From elizabethperu.com, and from the Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose Hidden in Your DNA by Richard Rudd, February 8th through February 13, 2020, Gene Key 49, Reaction, Revolution, Rebirth, Magical, Hologenetic Gene Keys Geometry, the CD, the rebirth is the bliss of rapture, the gift, revolution, is vital lightness, the shadow, reaction, is dissatisfied desire. This week Gene Keys 49, 58, and 30 are interwoven. This is the revolution, to live a pure life and live it well. It begins in the individual, passes into our relationships, and then into our family and society. Each time one person begins to awaken, they start to stand out from the crowd. They become a creative rebel, and their transformation is electric and infectious. Some recoil, but others want to know how they can get a taste at that dish. They ask us, we tell them, and then they get on board with us. This is a magical happening at a magical time in history. If we're one of the awakening, and we are, then we won't be alone. We are a whirlwind, and will be used as a force to bring others into the same storm, the storm of our future rebirth. We simply can't comprehend the vastness of the change that's coming. It comes in us through our hearts, through love. There's nothing but compassion in this universe. It's the breath of God, the fragrance, imprinted in every cell by the stars. If we felt it even once, we can never forget it. An excerpt from the 64 Ways, Gene Key 49, Rebirth, Revolution, Reaction, Changing the World from the Inside. You cannot attain the Siddhic state of consciousness without being totally reborn. Every human being who has ever arrived at true enlightenment has experienced such a rebirth. And from the I Ching, Revolution. Fire heats the lake from below. Boiling water starts invisible. In the end, it transforms everything. The elation of passion. Metamorphosis is believed in only after it has been accomplished. Firm correctedness abolishes regret and brings successful progress. From the Gene Keys, Unlocking Higher Purpose by Richard Rudd. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 212, 212, Yellow Self-Existing Human. Self-existing is the name for the number 4, and its keywords are definition, form, and measure. With every wave spell on the 4th day, we must take stock and consider more carefully our situation. It is vital you know where you stand before you take another step forward. Consult a map, ask for directions, etc. Today is Yellow Human, and it represents free will, wisdom, and influence. Yellow Human days are about opening oneself up so messages from spirit can be channeled. All humans are psychic naturally. It's not just animals that can sense when an earthquake will occur or when rain will come. We too can do this, but we have lost touch with our natural abilities. These abilities dwell within us and have not been lost. They just lie dormant in most people. On human days, it's good to tune in and activate that channel. Free will is a key word too, because we have free will to do with this information what we choose. Intuition is a handy tool, and it's up to you if you wish to use it. As it is a number 4 day, it is important to look very closely in any message you receive, even if at first it doesn't make sense to you. The guide today is Yellow Star. Yesterday this Yellow Star was the ally, and tomorrow it's in the occult position, and today we are guided by the star. There's a lot of beauty to be appreciated at the moment. Follow the guiding star today, and it will lead you to a beautiful place or experience. And from Christina Papagiorgio, posted at 7:37 a.m., there's the 73 and 37 manifesting again. Yellow Self-Existing Human, Kin 212, 9 February 2020. 922020 equal 1122 equal 33. There's a 33 again, and 6 equals 6. So we have the 3, the 6, and the 9. 9 is destiny, compassion, humanity, endings. 11, portal, doorway, duality. 6, heaven, Christ, family, harmony. Kin 212 equal 5, change, transformation, freedom, liberation. A day of consciously choosing to redefine your reality. Day 4 in the red moon wave spell of the goddess, who is enhancing our intuition and sensitivity as we purify our vessels in order to find our flow. Today we are defining how to go with the flow by measuring our wise choices which influence greater flow in our lives. Tone of creation, self-existing. Tone 4 operates in the mental realm. Action measures, power defines, essence, form. Self-existing, number 4 takes form, and we have ourselves a square shape. Self-existing, measuring and defining, very intelligent, fascinated by self. We now have built a sturdy platform upon which further growth takes place. Today we delve into the mental realm and use our minds to align with our highest potential, destiny, and define what it is we wish to build in our life. What form will our life take in the future? Defining how we can access more elegance and flow in our lives using our free will and God-given powers. Dispense with the rest and build your new, solid foundations on the basis of elegance and peace through your pure mind. Go forth and build this new foundation for our new world to take form. So precious hearts, today we break out of our old box and go with the new flow, leading us all to greater harmony and joy. Now is the time to move to a bigger box. Today's question is, how can I define a better reality through wisdom and choosing positivity in order to go with a new flow? Divine blessings for freely flowing in a pure stream of consciousness. Merrily, 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 down the stream we flow. In Icke a la Kin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 212, Yellow Self-Existing Human. The mantra, the code for today is, I define in order to influence. Measuring wisdom, I seal the process of free will. With the self-existing tone of form, I am guided by the power of elegance. And with these full moon energies coming in and these ascension energies and higher dimensional frequencies, we are in the time of revelation. All is being revealed. We're breaking through all barriers, all boundaries. We're stepping through the gateless gate, releasing the programming of the false, awakening to our true, pure self in the infinite timelessness of the divine feminine void. And this is what many are calling the compression breakthrough. And we're feeling this in every cell and every ounce of our being and presence. For in this pure, clear state of the void energies, of the 0 point energy that is beyond all time and space, beyond the known, beyond the unknown, what many call the unknowable mind, or the unborn mind of Buddha, which is the state of no mind and no time, beyond the sine wave, beyond the separation, as we anchor into the 3D energies like lightning rods, bringing in these higher frequencies like a bolt of lightning from our crown through the rainbow bridge into the crystalline heart core of Pachamama, Nova Gaia. Thank you for joining us today. Please leave a comment below on what you're experiencing, what you're seeing, what you're feeling, your visions coming through, what you're experiencing with these full moon energies and these higher dimensional frequencies. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for your beautiful comments, amazing awareness, and your wonderful support. If you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe. Click the subscribe button and the little bell next to it to get notifications of our future uploads. And know, precious hearts, that you are here for a reason, for a greater purpose, and you are appreciated. You are loved by myself, our teams, the Ascended Masters, the Angelic Realm, and all our guides. Keep walking your path with heart, beloved warriors of light. I love you all. Namaste.